Hi you guys, so I am here with another car chat. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lanice and I am a nursing student. I'm in my 5th semester of the RN program. I have been an LPN since 2014, and on my channel I talk about nursing. Yes. So today this is embarrassing, but this is also a part of being in nursing school. I am running late to class, of course. I haven't missed, knock on wood, ain't no wood in here. This is my first time missing any class, and it doesn't feel good. It is causing me to have anxiety, but I'm grateful to be on my way nonetheless. I just need to get someone to record for me. But anyways, I was just sharing that with you guys because I felt like you might need to know. But while I was sitting in class today, well, somebody was in class and on break they were doing their taxes, and that kind of just made me think about how when I was looking at some of my tax paperwork from 2018, I was like, yo, you know, I made good in 2018. I was looking at some of my W-2s and I was like, wow, I made this amount of money, you know, at this one job. And you know, I look back and I made, you know, 70K in 2018 as an LPN, and you know, I would love to make 6 figures. I would love to make more money, but as an LPN, if you're not aware of, you know, if you don't know much about an LPN, the certificate, it's an 18-month certificate and it's on the community college level. It's a nursing certificate, and you know, I believe for someone to go to school for 18 months and receive, you know, a certificate in education, for them to make 70K in a year, that's pretty good, because I know people who have master's degrees that didn't touch that in 2018, and it only, you know, has grown since then. So I just wanted to tell you guys, like, it is so totally possible to live sufficiently. Like, you know, it all depends on what you want out of life, but for where I was, for the age that I was, like, that was good for me. Especially off of a 18-month certificate. And so I just wanted to tell y'all, like, I know that being an LPN, sometimes it's kind of like looked down upon. Like, I've had people tell me, oh, so you like to play nurse, that's what LPN stands for, or lowest paid nurse. And you know, people kind of look down on being an LPN or an LVN just because it's less education, and you know, you don't have as many job opportunities as the RN, which is why I am returning to school to get my RN. But you know, I just don't want anyone to feel like you can't live a comfortable life. Like, I live in the state of North Carolina, you know, I'm a single parent, and I feel like I lived very comfortably. I was able to do some of the things I wanted to do. I was able to save the way I wanted to save for whenever, you know, I knew I was gonna be starting school again. I knew I needed some money in my savings. You know, my daughter, she was completely taken care of. Like, we were good. And you know, that was just off of a 18-month certificate at the community college level. So, you know, don't think that being an LPN, you know, no matter what people say, or no matter how many people are going to try to convince you that being an LPN is not as credible as being an RN, or you know, you'll make more money as RN. Yeah, sure, you're definitely going to make more money as an RN, but if the LPN level is your entry point for nursing, don't allow anyone to make you feel like you can't live how you want to live. And I also say that to say that I was without work some of 2018. You know, I actually lost a job in 2018, in the beginning of 2018, and I, you know, wasn't working. And then, you know, I got a job and started busting my ass. So that is not even like a full year's worth of work. And I made that. So you know, I'm not bragging at all, because if I was, you know, really where I'd like to be, I would be satisfied with being an LPN. I wouldn't want to continue my education, but I just wanted to tell the people out there, because I know that when I was going back to school, you know, I didn't feel like, I felt kind of down on myself a little bit, or I felt like you know, the RN was better than the LPN, or, you know. Sorry y'all, my throat is very dry. I went for a run. But I just want you guys to know that it is okay for the LPN, for you to go to school to be an LPN, and let that be your entry point into nursing. But I also want to say, if you want to make that type of money as an LPN, you will, there's a downside to it. You will have to work, you know, in facilities that you may not enjoy working in. You may have to work in facilities where the workload is heavy. You have a good number of residents. You have a very large medication pass. You know, you're gonna work in facilities where you don't have the proper resources. You might not have linen some nights. You know, I've worked in some low grade or low star nursing homes, yes, but those are the ones that pay. So if you want to make money as an LPN, you're definitely going to have to work in facilities that require some work, and you're gonna have to be crafty, because you might not always have everything that you need, but these people still got to get taken care of. And I think that's also part of why I don't mind working in those types of facilities, the ones that aren't the best. I don't, you know, care to describe them. If you've been an LPN, you know what type of facilities I'm talking about. And if you're going to be an LPN, I'm sure you'll step foot in one. You'll understand when you get there. But you know, you're gonna have to be crafty, and you're also going to have to work. Now, you're going to have to work. So I averaged, I want to say, about 24 hours of overtime when I was working. I normally try to get 24 hours a week in overtime. Sometimes 24 one week and 16 the next week, just because Uncle Sam has to get his cut, so you don't want to work too much overtime to where you're eating it in taxes. But you're gonna have to work overtime if you want to make that kind of money. You're not gonna be able to just go to work your 40 hours a week, and that's what I had to do. But also, that year in 2018, I started working for the agency. So the agencies, what they do, the nursing agencies, is if you, let me think, I'm driving and trying to think. So, okay, so the nursing agencies, if you are a nurse and you like to work PRN, you know, you like to make your own schedule, and you're a nurse that you don't mind going different places, you don't care if you get to see new people every day, then you probably wouldn't mind working for the nursing agencies, because these agencies, they just kind of fill in holes at different facilities who might have call-ins, or, you know, the agencies that I work for, they are pretty much staffing the facility. You know, these facilities might have, these facilities that I've worked with through the agency have more agency workers in the buildings than they do regular staff. So, you know, if you get on with one of those agencies, and the agency that I started working for that year was paying me $30 an hour, and I was able to work overtime working for this agency. I was, you know, I was good. And another agency, the lowest paying agency that I've seen in my area, I live in North Carolina, the lowest amount I've seen them paying LPN is $26. But okay, so let me tell you also, another way, a huge way of making money as an LPN is when you work for these facilities that are understaffed like this, they will offer you bonuses. Like, they will offer you bonuses. So say, okay, it's Wednesday right now. Say my job called me today, the facility I work for now. I don't work for an agency currently, but just the facility I work at now, they might say, hey, come in today and we'll give you a $100 bonus. Matter of fact, let me tell you, the facility that I work at now, when I first started working there in 2019, they were so short-staffed that they were giving $100 bonuses for every extra shift that you pick up. So that's, if you pick up 3 extra shifts, you're not only gonna get the overtime and the 24 hours of overtime, you're also going to get an extra $300 because they're giving you an extra $100 bonus for each of those shifts. So, you know, it's so easy to make money as an LPN, and trust me, I'm sure it's 10 times easier to make money as an RN. I'm ready to see. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not all about the money, but what I've noticed is that when you talk about money in careers, people want to listen. So, you know, I'm just sharing this with you guys. Also, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, I need some water. I got a bottle of water behind my seat. You guys don't want to see my car right now, but hey, I have everything I need. I got some good old water. But so yeah, like, it's, these Deer Parks were on sale at Harris Teeter for $2.99. I think for a 24 pack for $2.99. Y'all, I jumped on it and I still haven't taken it out of the car, which is great because it came in handy right now. But yeah, so I'm pulling up to class, and I'm sorry if I kind of rambled on, because, you know, these car chats are really just my thoughts. So, you know, but I just, like I was saying, when you talk about the moolah, people want to listen. You know, people are nosy, but people, you know, genuinely want to know, you know, how much LPNs make. And another thing, don't trust these sites, because I was looking at one site and it said the average LPN in North Carolina made $42,000. I'm telling you, those are the LPNs that have been working for a long time and they don't want to work no more. Because all the LPNs that I know, I know LPNs making 6 figures. And I'll do a video on how to, like, jobs that are really high paying jobs, as you know, for the LPNs that I work. But this car chat, I really just wanted y'all to know that it's completely okay to be an LPN. And then if you got you a man and y'all got 2 incomes, that's 70K. Y'all good. Make sure he make about 140, and y'all living real good in North Carolina. Shoot. But off to class I go. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wish I could be live, but I need my followers, my subscribers to get up. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe, and also tell your friends about me. I guess that means share it. You know, people like to share stuff. People like to put people on to stuff. I read that in a book called Contagious. It's a marketing book. People like to be the person to tell somebody about something new. So tell somebody about my video, okay? And I'm out because I'm late. Holla.